What's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new season of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp, of course, and I am excited to get season number 4 underway, man. Today we go on the road to play against the Ole Miss Rebels. They got a tough team, man. B+ overall squad with an A- offense, B+ defense. You know, we're gonna get a nice little test on the road. But that being said, we're also a pretty improved squad ourselves. You know, taking a look at how good we are looking here for season number 4. We now have a pretty solid team on our hands. We have a 70 overall offense and a 78 overall defense as well. I am so excited to see what this team can do, because I really do think potentially we can work our way up, you know, as a team that is capable of competing for a conference championship, at least making it to the conference championship game. That is my goal here in season number 4. And then if we can win it this season, you know, look really good in conference play as a result of it, you know, I think, you know, it might be time for us to go ahead and move up to an even stronger and even better conference for us moving forward. But hey, before we go ahead and get things going here, I want to go ahead and introduce you guys to new custom recruits that are on the team. Starting off at that halfback position, we will have both Daniel Carrington and Devontae McCary, you know, playing at that halfback position. Both of them are being redshirted because they're the 4th and 5th string guys, but they are on the squad. At wide receiver, we have Joey Washington being replaced by Jake Elliott, I should say. You know, he was the type of guy that, you know, he was a little bit of a Swiss Army knife for us at times. You know, didn't see the field very much, but should have more of an impact here in season number 4, sitting as the 5th wide receiver on this depth chart. At tight end, we have both Robert Price Jr. and Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. Both of these guys are going to go ahead and compete for the starting job in, you know, at that tight end position. You know, but I'm sure both of these guys will see the field for sure in season 4. At left tackle, we have Jacoby Johnson. He will be the backup for Lionel Williams, who's a true sophomore. At left end, we have multiple custom recruits. We have Chris Ty, who is going to go ahead and replace Marcus Johnson. He's a freshman redshirt who could see the field, you know, after being redshirted in season 3. And Izzy Thomas, who actually is going to be redshirted this season. He is a 69 overall. At the defensive tackle position, we do have Roderick Abraham, who is a true freshman. He won't be redshirted this season and has an opportunity to get on the field here and at least get some, you know, a handful of snaps every game, you know, as a second string guy. With that being said, though, we are just about ready to go ahead and get season 4 underway, taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. If you're excited about today's episode as well as the start of season number 4, do me a favor, man, smash that like button for me, as well as smash that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, to help grow the community that we got going on around here. Let's go ahead and get it in, man, trying to start season 4 on a high note. Let's go, baby! Alright, man, nothing like a brand new season to go ahead and get things officially underway. But it's not exactly how we want to get things started, though. Deontay McLaurin gets beat deep downfield, and from the jump gives up a 74-yard touchdown pass. The first touchdown pass of the season for Chris Jones, who comes in as like a high or like mid to high 90 overall guy. He could be going to the NFL after this season for sure. But, you know, we can't worry about that right now, man. We just got to figure out a way to get our own offense going here as well. It's going to be interesting trying to find a way, you know, to figure out how to move the ball against, you know, this SEC caliber defense. As we will drop back, we will give it off to Derek Blue, and we always get our first down. You know, that's the biggest thing. Always want to get our first down. Once we get that to happen for us, we're able to go ahead, you know, get other things going for us as well. As Miami drops back, tries to jump it off to CJ Holman, but ends up getting rocked. So now 3rd and 7 now coming up here. I'm looking at Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. He's got the matchup that we're looking for, and we get it downfield for a gain of 17 yards, baby. But we try to run a no huddle because it did look a little bit close on the sideline, but they are going to challenge it before we can get our next playoff. But, I mean, look at that catch. Beautiful body control by Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. The play is going to stand, of course. And so we will go ahead now and try to, keep the drive going. But we try to hand it off to C.J. Holman once again. It gets blown up by David Holman. So now, 2nd and 14 now coming up. Now C.J. Patton, or not C.J. Patton, Miami Uigalye trying to go ahead and rock it with Jesse Green. Try to pitch it off to him to get a few more extra yards. But we didn't get very far, unfortunately. So now, 3rd and long coming up here once again, trying to get it out to C.J. Holman, who's got some space down the sideline and does end up picking up the first down, baby. Let's go, man. So the drive continues to go on, a methodical drive that we have going on here against the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll continue to lean on that ground game a little bit. Jesse Green nearly able to go ahead and pick up the first down for us here. A nice little gain of 9 yards there, his 2nd carry of the day. Is on 2nd and 1 now. Trying to go ahead. Try to hit him with a little bit of play action now. As Miami drops back. He's looking downfield. Gonna throw one over to Adam Hill the 3rd. And does end up picking up the first down. Took a shot. But he'll still end up making the catch for us though. As we got 2nd and goal now coming up. C.J. Holman gonna go ahead and run it into the end zone. Touchdown Quakers. And we get our first points of the season courtesy of C.J. Holman. And his finger's all tied up now at 7 apiece as they try to throw to the outside to get it out the hill. We missed with Caden Doman. We were trying to cover him. I was suspecting a little bit of a post route or a 4 vertical kind of thing. I was not expecting that out route from the tight end position. So another 1st and 10 coming up for Chris Jones as they dump it off to Castillo this time around. And this is a guy that has elite speed as well. One of the best running backs in the entire nation as well. And it's all tied up now at 7 apiece after the 1st quarter. We're hanging with these guys. We're hanging with an SEC power. Let's see if we can separate ourselves, though. So here we go now. 2nd quarter now officially underway. Got this 2nd and 10 on the board right now. As Jones, he's got some elite speed to work with. He's rocking it downfield. It does end up picking up another first down on the ground. That one's for a gain of 10. It's now 2nd and 13 now coming up. Jones going to hand it off to Scott. Scott's got plenty of running room himself. The backup tailback able to go ahead and pick up 8 yards there on the ground. His first carry of the day. As the Ole Miss Rebels are going to quickly go ahead and move into their no-huddle offense. As Jones throws it to the left-hand side. Gets to the Tolbert but cannot pick up the first down. Nate Hunt comes in and stops him before the sticks. And we force Ole Miss to go ahead and, settle for a field goal here. We'll see if he can go ahead and make it. Looks like it's about 44 yards, so a decently far field goal. But has no problem singing it through, though. And Ole Miss will have the lead here once again. They're now going to be up 10-7. This is now time for our offense to go ahead and take the field as C.J. Holman takes a shot at the first play of the new drive. Look at that hit by the safety. Just out here trying to claim some bodies out here on the football field. But a good game by our running back as we get to 2nd and 4 now. Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. making another catch for us here once again. This time for a gain of 9 yards. As now we got 2nd and 10. Let's see if we can get Sprinkle Jr. open once again. We scroll out to the right-hand side. Find Jeremy Sprinkle over the middle. And it's a gain of 27. The true freshman really turning into a nice threat for us, In that receiving game, I've really loved what I've seen so far overall. From this offense, I think we could be a sneaky team, a sneaky good team this season. Lee Corso can down us all he wants, but we got some pieces in place, man. I'm really excited to see what we can do, but we got to get some blocking here at the same time. Jesse Green had the first down if we blocked David Hubbard. But instead, we'll also have to go ahead and settle for a field goal as well. And we do make it through. Jacob Ramos, one of the best kickers in the country, man. Able to sink that through. And we got it all tied up at 10, but we also force a 3 and out. So for the first time today, we actually have a chance to go ahead and take the lead as Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. takes it down the sideline, a gain of 27. Thankfully, he fumbled it out of bounds, because if it wasn't for that, it was going to get recovered by Ole Miss. He was surrounded by Rebel defenders. But instead, it's another 1st and 10 for us, though, as Miami drops back. Everybody covered downfield, though. Just going to go ahead, scramble upfield, and pick up 21 yards on the ground. I'm liking that Miami does have the ability to throw the ball a little bit better, but he can still scramble when he needs to. He just doesn't have to be as reliant on it as he used to be. C.J. Holman picking up another touchdown here once again, man. We got ourselves the lead. And check this out, man. We got another 3 and out force on these guys as well. So we have a chance here once again to go ahead, you know, add some more points onto the board before the end of the first half. That would be absolutely fantastic if we can finish this first half strong here, because we've had a history of not, you know, finishing that strong in the fourth quarter. As Miami looking around, looking over the middle of the field, finds Derek Blue open for a gain of 18 yards. Nice job by Miami to keep the eyes downfield. We got 1st and goal now coming up here as Miami dropping back. Going to try to throw towards the end zone. Deflected away by Matt Holt. He keeps us out, at least for the time being. As we got 2nd and goal now coming up here. As it's a fake handoff. It's Miami trying to take it into the end zone. It's a gain of 7 yards right there. And it leads to 3rd and goal here as well. Trying to see if C.J. Holman can get open. He does and makes the catch into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. We're coming out here sending a message, because we are not to be played around with this season, man. We're up 24-10 at the half. And I think we get the ball to start the second half here, man. Let's get it. Come on now. Alright, man. So second half now officially underway. And like I said, man, I'm trying to come in here and I'm trying to get the kill, man. We're up 2 scores. We have the ball to start the second half, man. I mean, no excuses, man. Let's go ahead and try to close things out once again. At least get a field goal on the board at the very least. Make it a free possession game here as C.J. Holman, you know, finds some space. If he doesn't run into offensive linemen so much, he would have had so much more yardage, but that has not been exactly how it's been shaken out, though, as we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. As now Miami dropping back, he's going to throw it over to the right hand side where Derek Blue is. He's going to pick up some nice little yardage, though. As now 2nd and 12 now coming up here, trying to run it again with C.J. Holman. Gonna get a nice crease up the middle. He has some space, but he gets rocked from behind. If it wasn't for those dive tackles, man, he was going to be gone. He had blocking. He was going to go ahead, you know, and take that upfield. That could potentially been a touchdown as well, but we still got a pretty nice drive going here as well. We've reached over 100 yards rushing. We're doing a fantastic job of running the football on this team. As Jesse Green going to take it upfield again. A quick 5-yard hit right there. It doesn't even have to be, you know, big runs, you know. We're just, you know, getting steady offense going, and that's what I really like to see. As we got 3rd and 3 now coming up. Going to hand it off to C.J. Holman, but he gets rocked in the backfield, though. And we will have to at least settle for a field goal, but nice drive, though, overall. Jacob Ramos going to take care of business, man. And we get up by 3 scores, man. We're up 27-10. Let's just hope that our offense can continue and continue to build some momentum, man, as we get another 3 and out on these guys right here. As Miami Uiagalelei continues to be the glue for this team, picking up 12 yards on the ground as well. As looks like we're going to go ahead and move Jakeem Short into the motion. Make sure he gets some touches as well. Got to make sure our top wide receiver goes ahead, you know, and gets some handoffs for us as well. You know, trying to get everybody involved in the offense as well. As we got another 3rd and short coming up here. As now Miami dropping back, looking over to Jariah Bond, who gets lit up as he makes the catch, but is still able to go ahead and hang on to it. So the drive still continues for now, as we got another 1st and 10 at midfield. As Miami gonna actually pitch it to C.J. Holman. I thought he was gonna go ahead and keep it. As now 2nd and short now coming up here as well. As now
Third and short now coming up. Trying to make some moves out here as Miami facing some pressure. Has to try to get rid of it. And avoids the sack, but it's going to be 4th down. But, hey, our offensive coordinator wants to go for it here. I'm liking CJ Holman, man. Just make sure we got to give our quarterback some time, as we did have CJ Holman open. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and it looks like Miami Uiagalelei does get a little bit shaken up, so hopefully he's okay. But for the time being, we turn it over on downs, and they also get Castillo out in the open. Deontay McLaurin trying to bring him down, but he was carried into the end zone at the same time. Touchdown for the Ole Miss Rebels. And they take advantage of our blunder there, turning it over on 4th down. That's the end of the third quarter, man. We're still up by 10 points. I'm still trying to see if we can go ahead and finish things up here, against, one of the best teams in the nation. Or not in the nation, but it is one of our tougher opponents, though. As we'll now go ahead now, 3rd and 23. Trying to at least avoid the, going 3 and out that early. And probably should have thrown it to Jariah Bond, all that being said. But, at the same time, though, at least, Ole Miss, has a little bit of a ways to go. Let's see if our defense can continue to come with some big stops here. As Chris Jones drops back, he's going to try to throw it over to that left-hand side. It's incomplete. So now they're facing 4th down here. We're going to go ahead and try to send the blitz to make sure that he doesn't have time to get it off. As looks like we'll have more hats. And somebody's got to get free, but we can't get to him in time, though. Tolbert also is able to pick up the 1st down as well. A gain of 15 yards. As Justin Burton was just ran over on that play. Could not prevent the 1st down. As the Rebels are now moving downfield, trying to make it a 1-possession game. And they are in field goal range, but I'm thinking they're going for 6 points here, I would imagine. As Castillo, he's taking it up the gut, trying to gash this Earlham defense. They're starting to find holes in our defensive front 7. We kept them pinned down the first half, but they're starting to open it up here in this 3rd and 4th quarter. As Castillo down, taking it to the outside. And Josh Brown and Mario Hernandez coming together to make a tackle, but it leads to a 1st and goal situation. It's now 2 plays later now. 3rd and goal coming up here. As Jones drops back, throws over the middle, and finds Jamal Clark in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. It makes it a field goal game. But then after that, my capture card slowly, somehow, just really weirds out like the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. It's really unfortunate because we had some huge plays at the end too. I'm not sure what's going on with my capture card. Hopefully it's not a persistent problem, because then I might have to get myself a new capture card. But that being said, we do at least get the win at the end of the day. We win big. First, non-conference win in our dynasty. We win this game by a final score of 41-24. And our offense doing a really nice job showing out. And with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the stats for our guys in today's game.
Alright, man, so another big dub for the program, and what a fantastic way to start season number 4 here, man. Usually when an SEC squad plays a team out of conference, that team that they go up against has a hard time running on that SEC squad. And not only did we run the ball with some authority, 152 yards and 3 tubs, but we held Ole Miss to 24 rushing yards. They had to go air raid all game long just to get back in the game. We end up winning this thing 41-24, like you see on the scoreboard, man. And we took care of business. What a way to send a message to get this season started, man. Checking out the stats for our guys, as Miami Uiagalelei is now the full-time starter for this Earlham Quakers football team. He looked pretty good out there today overall. 17 for 24, 236 yards, 2 tubs, and a pick, which was more like an arm punt, to be honest. Jakeem Short, had a chance at it. 50-50 ball. I'm not mad at it. For the running game, it was a group effort. And it was mostly between CJ Holman and Miami Uiagalelei, both with almost 60 yards rushing. Holman found the end zone twice, with Miami getting to the end zone for a score. You absolutely love to see it. For the receivers, you know, we had some good, you know, a little bit of a spread. You know, we don't throw the ball much, but Derek Blue, CJ Holman, and Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. all had 4 catches. Sprinkle Jr., though, had himself a nice day overall. 4 catches for 80 yards. Those 80 yards lead all Earlham receivers. CJ Holman also found the end zone. And Robert Price Jr., I told you I'm going to get both these tight ends involved. One catch, 43 yards, and a tub, baby. I love this kid. 6'6". He is an absolute monster that cannot be contained. For the blocking, Brian Smith had a pancake, and Sam Price III actually allowed the only sack that was attributed towards an offensive lineman. And then for the defense, this defense is scary. How good they were up front. That front 7, dangerous. Caden Doman, a original walk-on, he is able to work himself, you know, as a contributor on this squad. He leads the team in tackles. They have 7 tackles, 1 TFL. Nate Hunt also had 7 total tackles and a TFL himself. Chris Ty, who is making his collegiate debut, he had multiple TFLs, and that was with Matthew Sands and Finn Otis. This defensive line looked fantastic. If they play like this the whole season, it's going to be a long year. And Chris Ty and Matt Sands were both able to get sacks. We did force 1 turnover as well. Cameron Frost, who also had 2 tackles in the TFL, he had the only turnover of the day for the Earlham defense and took it back for 83 yards. He almost cribbed it. He didn't crib it, but, you know, he almost cribbed it. And then Caden Doman as well, something I forgot to mention. He had a forced fumble too in this game. We couldn't recover it, but man, it really set a tone to start this game. Love what we were able to do in this performance against Ole Miss. But next episode, what we got going on here, we got ourselves an even tougher matchup. We go on the road, facing against the Michigan Wolverines, that team up north. We take on the number 2 team in the nation on the road. It's going to be a great episode. And if you're excited about that, as well as enjoying the content here on this channel, do me a favor, man, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you happen to be brand new. In the meantime, though, I am going to sign off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.